How I discovered the 13 mistakes you should never make before a flight at the airport actually started with one of the most embarrassing travel moments of my life. And trust me, if you've ever run through an airport like your life depended on it, you're gonna feel this story in your bones. Picture this. It's 5:12 in the morning, I'm half asleep, clutching a coffee that tastes like burnt regret. And suddenly, I hear my name echo through the airport speakers. Final boarding call, my heart drops. My brain goes, that's not my flight, but guess what? It was. And in that moment, I realized something shocking. Most travelers, even smart travelers, make the same mistakes before a flight. Mistakes that can cost you money, your seat, your luggage, or sometimes your entire trip. So before you pack your bags for your next adventure, let me ask you something real quick. Have you ever missed a flight, forgotten something important, or arrived at the airport and thought, man, I totally messed this up? If yes, drop a comment below because you're definitely not alone. Today, I'm walking you through the 13 mistakes you should never make before a flight. And number 7? Yeah, that one nearly got me detained at airport security. I'm not even joking. All right, buckle up metaphorically for now, because this is about to save your next trip. Mistake number 1 is showing up to the airport way too late. Now, I know what you're thinking. Dude, I only live 20 minutes away. Yeah, that's exactly what I thought too. But airports don't run on your schedule. They run on chaos. One accident on the highway, one slow security line, one family with 8 suitcases trying to reorganize their entire life at the check-in counter, and boom, your perfectly timed plan is toast. Airlines usually recommend arriving at least 2 hours early for domestic flights and 3 hours early for international ones. And yeah, it sounds excessive, until the day it saves you. Mistake number 2 is not checking your passport or ID expiration date before you leave home. I wish I was kidding when I say thousands of travelers get turned away every single day because their passport expires within 6 months. Imagine spending thousands on flights, hotels, and tours, only to be stopped at the check-in counter because your passport expires in 5 months instead of 6. Brutal. Airport staff won't bend the rules just because you say, "Pretty please." Mistake number 3 is packing prohibited items in your carry-on or checked luggage. Airports today are no joke when it comes to security. Lithium batteries, certain power banks, fireworks, self-defense items, even some everyday electronics can trigger alarms. I once watched a guy argue with TSA over a harmless multi-tool that looked like something Batman would carry. Spoiler alert, he lost the argument. And his flight, always double-check what's allowed before you pack, because airport security doesn't play around. Mistake number 4 is forgetting to check in online before arriving. This one seems small, but it can save you serious time and stress. Online check-in usually opens about 24 hours before your flight. And doing it early means you can choose your seat, download your boarding pass, and sometimes even skip long lines at the airport. Plus, if a flight gets overbooked, which happens more often than you think, passengers who check in late are often the first ones bumped. Mistake number 5 is ignoring airline baggage rules. Every airline has different policies about bag, weight, size, and fees. Some allow a free carry-on. Others charge you if your backpack looks slightly too chunky. I once saw someone pay nearly $200 just because their suitcase was 4 pounds overweight. For pounds, that's like a pair of shoes and a hoodie. Always weigh your luggage before leaving home. It can literally save you money. Mistake number 6 is wearing the wrong clothes to the airport. And no, I'm not talking about fashion. I'm talking about comfort and security lines. Belts, boots, metal jewelry, complicated jackets. All of it slows you down when you go through security. If you want to move through checkpoints like a pro, wear simple clothes and easy-to-remove shoes, trust me, you'll thank yourself when you're not holding up the line behind 10 impatient travelers. Mistake number 7, the one that nearly got me into serious trouble, is bringing the wrong electronics or batteries in your luggage. Lithium batteries are heavily regulated on planes because they can catch fire under certain conditions. That means some items must go in carry-on bags and others must never go in checked luggage. Airlines take this extremely seriously. I once packed a spare drone battery in my checked bag without thinking. And let's just say airport security pulled me aside faster than you can say secondary screening. Not my proudest moment. Mistake number 8 is not checking your flight status before heading to the airport. Flights get delayed, rescheduled, or even canceled all the time because of weather, maintenance, or air traffic congestion. If you leave home without checking your flight, you might arrive hours early. Or worse, after the departure gate already closed. Most airlines have mobile apps that update you instantly, so there's really no excuse to skip this step. Mistake number 9 is forgetting to download your travel essentials before you leave. Boarding passes, hotel confirmations, maps, travel insurance, airport directions. Having everything saved on your phone can save you big headaches later. Wi-Fi at airports is sometimes slow or unreliable, especially in crowded terminals. Smart travelers download everything in advance so they're never stuck scrambling. Mistake number 10 is skipping travel insurance. Now I know some people roll their eyes at this one, but let me tell you something. When flights get canceled or luggage disappears, travel insurance suddenly becomes your best friend. It can cover unexpected costs like hotel stays, missed connections, and lost baggage. Without it, those expenses come straight out of your pocket. Mistake number 11 is not bringing snacks or a refillable water bottle. Airport food can be ridiculously expensive, and long flights can leave you hungry if you don't plan ahead. Bringing a reusable bottle lets you refill it after security, and packing a few snacks means you won't have to spend $15 on a sad airport sandwich. Mistake number 12 is forgetting to notify your bank before international travel. This one catches a lot of people off guard. If your bank suddenly sees charges from another country, they might freeze your card to prevent fraud. That means you could land in another country with no access to your money. A quick travel notice with your bank can prevent that nightmare. And finally, mistake number 13, the one almost everyone makes, is underestimating airport stress. Airports are busy, loud, unpredictable places. If you rush, panic, or cut things too close, your entire trip can start with anxiety instead of excitement. The best travelers build in extra time, stay organized, and keep a calm mindset. Because travel is supposed to be an adventure, not a disaster movie. So here's the deal. If even one of these mistakes has happened to you before, you're definitely not alone. Airports are designed to move millions of people every day, and sometimes things go sideways. But the difference between a stressful trip and a smooth journey often comes down to preparation. Now I'm curious, which of these mistakes have you made before? Be honest. Drop it in the comments because I read every single one. And if you know someone who always shows up late to the airport, you know exactly who I'm talking about. Send them this video right now. It might just save their next flight. And if you want more insider travel tips that most passengers never learn until it's too late, make sure you subscribe to Golden Age Travel Tips, because the next video might save your next trip.